Halloween costumes have always been a strange case to me. Sometimes you have people with store-bought costumes, other times you have people with deranged custom-made costumes. From this, it's not hard to tell which people have too much extra time and money and which people don't. This is all good fun, but there's this other side of costumes which make things more complicated. You see, the hit 2007 video game Team Fortress 2 doesn't have any official Halloween costumes. So what does this mean? Well, this means that everybody has to make their own costumes if they want to be somebody from TF2. This despair means that in the land of TF2 costumes, or TF2 Cosplay, you have everything from a guy wearing a red shirt to wealthy fairies elaborately dressing up as their own pyro persona. In this video, I think it's time to address the horrors and blessings of TF2 costumes. I'll be talking about everything I can think of, from basic ideas of costumes to the best costumes out there. If you have any questions or ideas of your own, go ahead and leave a comment. Trust me, I'll read it. And if you like the video, and maybe subscribe too. With my overcomplicated intro over, let's begin. The first thing to talk about when it comes to TF2 costumes is the basic rules. Rule number 1, you can't be Demo Man, and you can't be. Rule number 2, never cosplay as the blue team, because for some reason, red is the default color of the TF2 Mercs. Rule number 3, you don't have to be a guy to play the old male mercenaries, and people of any gender can pull off a good TF2 costume. And rule number 4, your pyro persona sucks. Now, let's talk about the basic items you'll need to become each of the mercenaries. You should note that I'll arrange these by basic and advanced items, where basic means that it's what you'll need to fit the mercenary's general design, and advanced means extra details to be more accurate. This also isn't the law, and I'm not telling you that you have to get these things. You can do whatever. So, first up, there's Scout, who I think is the easiest merc to dress up as. And really, anybody can fit Scout unless you're really fat. For Scout's basics, you'll need a basic red t-shirt, some brown pants, a black belt, long socks, running shoes, a dark brown cap, some sort of backpack that has this strap, and some cheap headset. For Scout's advanced costumes, you'll also want some dog tags and wrist bandages. For extra accessories, you should probably have a plastic baseball bat of sorts. Second, there's Soldier, who I think may be one of the harder classes to do, because he has some very unique features, and it's hard to actually look like Soldier. For Soldier's basics, you'll want a red coat with a white undershirt. Make sure to wear the coat closed up except for the bottom buttons, some brown pants, a grenade belt, long black boots, an ammo strap, and a gray military helmet. For advanced costumes, you'll want 2 fake grenades for the ammo strap, and a shaved head. For extra accessories, a short shovel should do fine, or a fake cartoony shotgun. But if you can find a World War II era personal rocket launcher in your backyard, go for it. Third, there's Pyro, who's probably, I think, the hardest to dress up as, since you'll need a gas mask and flamethrower equipment stuff. For Pyro's basics, you'll need a full red bodysuit, long black boots, an ammo belt, gas tank strapped to your back, black gloves, and a black gas mask that covers your whole head. If you want to get advanced, you'll want to color the gas tanks and gloves properly, get some flares for your ammo belt, and detail your gas mask with the words on Pyros. For accessories, it's going to be hard to find a good fake flamethrower, and a real flamethrower is dangerous and unwieldy, so make your own, because a flamethrower is pretty much vital to Pyro, and it's a far superior option than a flare gun or a fire axe. Fourth, there's Demo Man, who's also hard to do, not only since not having the right skin color will give people the wrong idea and it looks weird, but because he is pretty decently complicated. For Demo's basics, you'll want a red shirt with the sleeves rolled up to the elbow, a white long sleeve shirt to go under that, red pants, long black socks, black boots, and an entire freaking blast resistant vest, an ammo belt, 2 grenade belts, a dark gray beanie, and an eye patch. If you really want to go the extra mile, that explosive vest should look exactly like Demo's. The grenade belt's grenades should look like Demo's default pills, and you'll also need a slick mustache. For accessories, a cartoon brown glass bottle should do good, and if you can find somehow grenade launchers and sticky launchers to look like Demo's, that's good too, or if you can make your own. Fifth, there's Heavy, who is pretty easy to do as long as you have some meat on your bones, tiny ankles, and are bald. For the basics, you'll want a red t-shirt, a black vest, a white undershirt, a bullet strap, brown pants, a black ammo belt, black boots, and black wrist gloves. You can't really be advanced with heavies, just make sure all of the colors and items are accurate. The hardest part is having the heavy physique. For accessories, half of a sandwich should be good, but making a giant minigun is up to the bravest of us. Sixth, there's Engineer, who's actually pretty easy to do, as most people can look close enough to Engineer, and his outfit is only composed of not too complicated items. For the basics, you'll want a red shirt with the sleeves pushed up to the elbows and collar, a white undershirt, some brown overalls, a light brown utility belt, some brown boots, a yellow glove, black goggles, and a yellow safety helmet. For advanced costumes, you'll also want dark orange knee protectors and a gray stripe on the gloves. Plus, under that glove, you should amputate your own hand and replace it with a robot one. For accessories, I think a utility box and a wrench is a great combination, but you can also have something like a shotgun, a guitar, or a robot hand dinghy. Seventh, there's Medic, who's distinct from the others and requires a nice jawline. For the basics, you'll need a white doctor's coat with buttons closed up only from the the waist up, a white undershirt with a collar, brown pants, long black boots, 2 long red gloves, a giant battery strapped to your waist and shoulders, and round glasses. For advanced medics, you'll want a red tie and that sick haircut, but you can also ditch the doctor's coat and giant battery and choose to become vest medic, in which case you'll need a light brown vest and a black belt. For accessories, the medigun and the syringe gun have to be custom made, as they really just aren't real things, but you can also choose a bone saw or a doctor's bag. 8th, there's sniper, who's easy to do, especially if you're quite skinny. For the basics, you'll need a red long sleeve shirt with a collar and the sleeves roll up to your elbows, a white undershirt, a dark brown vest with pockets, ankle long brown pants, a black belt, brown boots, a machete holster for your back, black wrist gloves, sunglasses, and an outback hat. For advanced snipers, you'll also need a wristwatch and 6 sideburns. For accessories, a shanker should be good, unless you want to lug around a cartoonish sniper rifle, and the SMG is forbidden. Go with a jar of piss instead. Finally, there's Spy, who's hard to pull off but easy to assemble. For the basics, you'll need a formal reddish suit, a white undershirt with a collar, a dark red tie, long formal pants to match the suit, a formal black shoes, black gloves, and the weird dark red mask thingy that he wears. For advanced spies, just make sure that everything is extra fancy. For accessories, a comical not real cigarette and a butterfly knife or revolver should do good. Phew, now that giant unnecessary list is over, we can move on to the third thing I want to talk about, the prevalence of TF2 costumes. If you're going to a convention that has even the slightest connection to TF2, such as any video game connection, you're gonna see a plethora of people cosplaying as the Mercs from TF2, or even some random encounter character like Merasmus. That does make me wonder, why does nobody cosplay as Monoculus? Anyways, the eternal presence of TF2 at these sweaty costume parties stands as a testament to the game's massive impact on internet and gaming culture, and it brings a smile to my face. TF2's eternal presence in these conventions can also be attributed to the fact that there hasn't really been any conventions focused on TF2, except for some smaller meetups and things, like this Meet the Mercs event that happened recently, and that was hosted by another TF2 YouTuber, Shork. Here we can see dozens of TF2 cosplays, and a wide range of quality and designs, and even some random encounters, like this moment where freaking Ralsei from another hit video game Deltarune met with the Spy's voice actor. Moving on to my next point about TF2 costumes and cosplay, let's talk about people dressing up as their own TF2 personas. I'll give you a quick summary of this subject. People don't have to be perfectly accurate to the stock TF2 mercenaries, and can customize their costumes with a wide range of things, from simply just wearing a different hat to God knows what. Really, just do anything you want with your costume. Just maintain a reasonable level of humanity. And my final point on TF2 costumes is that if you got a group of 9 people who reasonably match the mercenaries' bodies, made the most flaming hot cosplays of all time for them, and did a photo shoot inside of a Burger King, that would be the peak of the human race.